Put that down. Child, you done picked up the wrong thing. God is rebranding you because you done picked up the wrong blueprints. That don't even belong to you. Just throw it all away. First of all, what is a blueprint? A blueprint represents God's divine design, His original intent for your life, your purpose, your call, your unique identity. It's heaven's plan on how your life should be built, the rock on which it should stand, the foundation it should stand on, the exact details that will bring forth success, prosperity of your soul, healing. It is God's divine design for your entire life. But here's the thing, somewhere along the line, you picked up the wrong blueprints. I know I did. You picked up the wrong thing. You started comparison, building from a place of comparison instead of conviction. You started building from a place of culture instead of covenant. You started building from a place of pressure instead of God's presence. You started building from a place of begging instead of building. You started building from a place of insecurity instead of being anchored. You start building from a place of poverty instead of divine inheritance and royalty. You start building from a place of busyness instead of being. You start building from a place of anxiety instead of rest. You started building from a place of performance instead of being positioned. And this is why God is rebranding you and me, because He's returning us. He's restoring us back to the original design, because somewhere along the line, you've picked up the wrong things, the wrong thought processes, the wrong ideas, somebody else's blueprint, somebody else's design for your life, somebody else's ideology, somebody else's theology. You picked it up instead of consulting the architect, the master builder of your life. He said, put it all down. That don't belong to you. But when we build from God's divine design, we begin to build from a place of vision instead of validation, a place of purpose instead of performance, a place of revelation instead of replication. We are called to be innovators. God has given us the ability to create wealth. That means that we are co-creators on the earth. He has given us the ability to produce, to create, to subdue. If the design that you have picked up for your life does not bring forth that fruit, add up to those things, you picked up somebody else's blueprints. King David even picked up someone else's blueprints when he tried on Saul's armor. What worked for Saul was not made for David. It was too heavy for him. It did not fit him. The same rule applies. When you pick up someone else's thought processes for your life, you pick up someone else's culture, someone else's idea, someone else's mindset, instead of consulting the architect, instead of following the blueprint, God's divine design for your life. You start putting things in the rolling place. You start putting the bathroom in the basement, the living room on the second floor. You start putting things where it does not belong. Are you following what I'm saying? Now here's the thing. Here's the damaging part. Here's the debilitating part from picking up the wrong blueprint. What happens is you construct a life that is outside of what God intended for your life. You construct a life that God never designed. This could be the reasons why you're in a cycle. Could be the reasons why you're frustrated. This could be the reasons why you have not been fulfilled despite your outward success. Are you doing what God has originally designed for your life? Matter of fact, have you even consulted Him for His purpose and plan for your life? Picking up the wrong blueprint produces misalignment, delay, frustration, exhaustion, identity confusion. Everything that God did not intend for us. He is the author and finisher of our faith. And if anything is causing you to have depleted faith, a non-existence of faith, it is outside of God's original design. Sis, sir, This is your confirmation that God is tearing down your plans, the ones He never designed, and rebranding you to a life that flows with Him and through Him. So I challenge you to go back to the blueprint He showed you in prayer. That design still stands. And if you never ask Him, I ask you to get before the Lord and ask Him, have you ever picked up some blueprints that don't belong to you? Have you been following someone else's design for your life? Have you been following someone else's format for your life? It is time to rebrand your life from the inside out. So tag someone who has been frustrated in the building process. It may not be the project. It may be the blueprint. Tag them so they can be encouraged. Tag them so they can gain the solutions and insight that they need. God is rebranding you. And the rebrand, what He's doing next, is going to fit you perfectly, because now it's according to His purpose and plan. It's according to His design, not the one you constructed on your own. Include God in your everyday affairs, and He will reveal to you the blueprint that has been written for your life since the beginning of time. Follow this page for more. Comment below if this message resonates with you. I want to hear from you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.